Hey there, young artists. Welcome back to our channel. Today we have an epic challenge ahead of us. Have you ever wondered how to bring your favorite superheroes to life on paper? Well, today is your lucky day because we're going to tackle one of the most iconic and beloved superheroes of all time, Spider-Man. So without further ado, let's get started. Today I have my Kurotoga mechanical pencil for my sketch. As far as colors, we have a black for our outline, we have a red and a blue. And we have the Mount Fuji eraser just in case we need to clean up some lines or make any mistakes. Alright, so I'm going to set these to the side here and let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is make his head, and it's going to be a perfect circle. So I'm just going to sketch out a perfect circle as best as I can do freehand. If you'd like to get something to trace around, feel free to do that. That's all fine. Okay, next thing what we want to do is let's get his eyes in here. So I'm gonna put me a little line here to tell me the center of my face. We'll clean that up later. All right, and we're gonna start maybe right here in the center, and we're going to go up, and it's going to come to a little point, and then we're going to come down about like that. I think that's good. Alright, the trick is now to try to do the same thing on this side. So I'm going to see where that top point is. Try to give me a reference point right there. And then the bottom is going to be about right here. So that's kind of going to give me a little reference. And then we're going to go over, up, and then we're going to go to a point right there. And then come around. Let me see how that ended up. It looks a little thinner than this one, so let's try to make him a little bit chunkier there. Alright, and maybe this one here. I think that's close enough. We're going to stick with that. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is make his eye hole here. So this is going to be a little bit different shape. It's going to be kind of like a half moon in a way. So about like that. And then the same thing on this side. Maybe about like that. And this one's like a little bit longer than the other one. I'm going to try to clean that up a little bit. This one looks more like a banana. I'm trying to fatten that out a little bit. I think that's better. Alright, so there's our two eyes. Okay, the next thing what we're going to do is we're going to put a little body in here. So come out like a little bit on the left of the center line. And then on this side also. I'm just going to make a little body coming down just like that. Okay, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to put in some feet. Let me see, I think I've got this a little too long. I don't want him to be, he's going to be kind of a chibi character, so he's going to be a little bit smaller. Well, maybe right there is good. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put in a couple of legs. I'm going to do a triangle right here in the center. Again, using that center line as our guide. And then we're going to put a foot there and a foot there, just like that. Okay, so there's our little Spider-Man's legs. Next thing we're going to do is put in some arms. So we're going to start about right here on the face, and we're going to just curve it down. I'm going to put like a little finger there in a little way, and same thing on this side. Okay, that looks good. So we got the head, the eyes, the arms, the legs, So what we're going to do now is we're going to start putting in this costume detail. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a kind of a half of a triangle. We're going to start where his underarm would be. We're going to come down like this and then go back up to meet the side of his body. And the same thing over here. Start with the underarm, come out about right there, and then go up, back up and meet the body. So just about like that. And then where his top of his fingers are, we're just going to come down just above where the arch of his legs meet. And then we're going to go back up the other side. So it's just going to be kind of a V shape. So down and then back up. Okay, and then same thing down here. Come down to here and come down to here on that side. So it's going to be kind of like his spider pants. Okay, next what we're going to do is he's going to have like a little section on the arm. Like that. So it's going to be kind of like we did on that side, but it's not going to meet up with the bottom of that triangle. It's going to come up to about right there. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. So about the middle of the arm, come out, and then meet over there with the arm. That's good. All right, so that part is done. Next thing we're going to do is start putting in the lines of his mask. So what we're going to do is we're going to start right where those 2 points of the eyes are. I'm just going to make a little dot there, so I'll know all the lines come out from there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do one straight up, so we can just follow along our center line there. And then these two are going to go out diagonally, and they're going to curve a bit. So kind of like that. And then the same thing on the other side. And then meet the mask. Okay, that's good. We're going to have some come down also. We're not going to have that center line come down. We're going to have these come out like this. It's about like that. And then we're going to put another one coming out like there. That might hit the eye, so we'll continue it out right there. And then we're going to have some come like that. So remember, they're all aiming for that center point, which I didn't do over here, so I probably should fix that. Maybe like that better. Okay, and that's good for that. So what we're going to do also is we're going to put some lines down here. So we're going to do on the body, we're going to do a center one. So about like that. And then we're going to have couple come out like that. Maybe another one right there. So we don't want to go on top of that little triangle that we did there. We're going to do under that. Okay, and then same thing down here, not on the pants. So we're going to just have some lines come down like this. So just kind of diagonal lines. Just about like that. Okay, and then we're going to have some on his arm. So maybe I'm going to have it curve. Just about like that. I think that's about it. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to connect these lines to make them look like spider webs. Okay, so what we're going to do is maybe start over here and then go up, down, up, and down. Kind of like that. And then stopping with the eye. Alright, that's good. Okay, same thing down here. We're gonna go here and here, and then, oops, I went over the eye. So we'll fix that when we start inking in. Okay, and then maybe like that, and then maybe one more down here. That's fine. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with these lines down here, basically. Just going to go around and connect those. making them look like spider webs. Just like that, and then we have some on the arms here. Okay, and then in the center. Just about like that. Alright, and then we're going to put a spider here in the middle. I'm just going to do a circle for the back end of the spider, and then another circle for the head, and we're going to do 8 legs here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just like that. And that is our sketch. Our sketch is done. So let's, I think we should do our outlines. Well, maybe we should do our red coloring first, so the black lines can go over that. Let's do the red first. So what we're going to do is all of the head except for the outline of the eyes there is going to be in red. So let's get that started. And then I probably is going to speed this up as I usually do, and you guys can pause the video if you'd like until you finish coloring yours in. Okay, got the head done. Now we're going to do the arms right over here. Just about like that. And then the center where the spider's at is also red. And this arm. And then the feet. Just like that. Okay, that's good. What we're going to do now is going to do the blue part. So wherever we didn't color in the red, that's going to be blue except for the eyes. We're going to have blue here. And right here. And then his pants. Okay, we've got him colored in. Alright, now let's start doing the black outline here. So let's start with his eyes. I'm just going to go ahead and do that outline first. And then we're going to color that part in. Okay, and the same thing over here. And then coloring around it. Alright, there we go. And now let's go ahead and do the inking. So I'm going to go around the head first. So do our circle. Alright, and let's go ahead and get these lines in for the spider webs. Remember, we're aiming for that center dot that we made. And then these over here are going to also be aiming for that center dot. So just about like that, and then we're going to connect them. Just like that. Okay, and then we're going to connect these down here. So maybe let's start here and we'll go around. And then remember this one down here. Alright, so his head's done. Let's go ahead and get the body outlined. And do this arm right here. It's going to come up about right there. And leg. Okay. Just about like that. Okay, and then we'll outline this blue part here. And then his pants. And let's get that spider in there. There we go. Okay, and then maybe the lines for the legs. And then the arm over here, I forgot that one. And put some lines. Alright, and then this stomach part, we'll put a couple lines in there. And that is gonna do it. Look at that. Our little Spider-Man. I hope this has helped you guys. I'd love to see what you create. If you tag your drawings on Instagram and get your parents to help you with Chamel Does Art and Art for Kids Sunday, I'll be able to take a look at that and comment on what I think and how you did. So with that, we will see you again next Sunday with Art for Kids Sunday. Chamel Does Art. Take care and see you next time.